I would like to use this opportunity to welcome each one of us to the 2021 Edify Educational Technology Conference, organized by Edify Ghana. You are very much welcome. Thank you so much.
It's great to see all of you again after last year being solely online, and I miss the physical presence we always have at the tech conference. It is with great joy that I welcome you to the 6th annual Edify Educational Technology Conference, EETC 2021. In many ways, technology has profoundly impacted almost every aspect of life today, and education is no exception. The only problem is that education was late. I thank the Edify Ghana team, especially the EdTech department, for being true to this mission of Edify and organizing the EETC each year. Finally, I hope you take advantage of your time here to enjoy, learn, and implement from the great speakers that are gathered at this conference today, so we can improve the use of technology in our schools as we embrace the new normal. Blessings, and thank you for participating in this year's Edify Educational Technology Conference.
Thank you so much. Our theme for this year is change management, running your school as a business in a digital age.
So today, as you heard, the theme for the conference is change management, running your school as a business in the digital age. Now, the new business model is that because of the changing times, we have to shift our mindset a bit from purely educational point when you are running your school. Yes, you want to educate children, but what you must know is that that entity you have as your school is a business by itself, and it will always be there if you run it successfully as a business. School owners need to have a good knowledge of how to utilize the digital universe to maximize their brand, that is school awareness and impact. And if you are a school leader here, if you are a school owner, and you don't take advantage of the digital age, you are going to be left behind. That is a fact. You are going to be left behind. We have to recognize today is that we have to manage all these changes in order to be successful. Which means that if you don't manage the changes that are coming very well, you will not be successful. And that's what I want school leaders and teachers to know. Thank you.
So let's appreciate.
So just like any organization or any department, we've also been hit strongly by the COVID. But the good thing about what the COVID has done is that it has helped us to reflect on what we do. It has helped us to ask ourselves questions, and it has given us the opportunity to take a step back and review what we do as a department. So one of the things that we were able to come up with as a result of the lessons learned from the COVID is the development of the Edify Cloud-based Resource Center. So if you have journeyed with us for a couple of years, you realize that most of our interventions are offline. But when COVID happened, the computer labs were closed, the e-readers were in our cupboards in our schools, and the students were home and we couldn't learn. So we realized that why don't we build a system so that with or without COVID, teaching and learning can still take place. And with this resource center, it is in twofold. So we have one aspect where we have all our educational resources, all have been nicely arranged and uploaded on the cloud, which is available to everyone. And then the second aspect is the interactive aspect, where teachers can create their own content and interact with their students in their schools. We are very excited about this journey.
When I was growing up, I never thought of school as a business until I grew up and I decided to do something like that. Nobody actually gets up to do anything without considering what he's going to get out of it. I mean, yes, we have philanthropies and things like that, and even that, they will have an aim. So government has an aim, and government's value for educating its citizens is that he will create good society, they will pay tax, he will get money and continue to do that. I want to use terms that are more relevant in business. Your customers are out there. Your customers are not in your school. Yes, people might spread word of mouth and get you some referrals, but it will not fill your school. Yes, your most important resource in the school is the child. Without the children, you don't have a business. So you have to find a way of going to them. And if all you know how to do is paper, it will not get far. So digitizing the process of finding your customer is one thing that you have to look at. Application, giving access to people to apply. Most schools, when you go there and you want to apply, then they will say, come to the school and come and collect a form and go and fill and bring it. That is gone. Nobody will come to your school and pick that. In the history of humankind, we have been changing, and now we've gotten to a point where everything has to be read by a computer.
We're discussing running your school as a business, sharing insight into good business practices to adhere to as a private school owner to stay relevant. If you have established your school as a guarantee company, then your mode of operation, the way you assess the public you serve will be different. So guarantee companies are supposed to be charitable in nature. So, and that is the mistake, if I would say so, that many private schools make. Many private schools have been established as guarantee companies. It means we're discussing whether our school, our private school, is for profit or not for profit. However, you can manage or you can undertake some activities that can generate profit, but that profit is ring-fenced. You can only use it to further the guaranteed purpose of this school. So what I'm trying to say is that if you make profit in the process, that should be directed to the guarantee or the charitable purpose. So that should be understood. At the moment you say you have registered your school as a limited liability company or a guarantee company, what it means is that apart from GS rules and the rest, you have come under the direction of the Companies Act. There are penalties available for breach. Penalties available for breaches. So if you breach these rules, there are what is called administrative penalties that the registrar of companies will now impose on every officer who is aware that this is a guarantee company, but they are managing it outside the remit of the requirement. The directors who are aware of this will be punished by the law. Any officer of the school who is aware of this but goes against it will be punished by the law.
You're welcome, my distinguished and experienced panel of experts. Roy, private schools, as any other business entity, operate within a legal framework or jurisdiction. Can you share with us some of the taxes and legal requirements that private school owners must know and understand in Ghana?
From the income tax perspective, as Prof rightly said, whether your school is incorporated as a limited by shares or limited by guarantee entity, the GRA, which is the regulator for taxes in Ghana, requires you to first of all register your business with the outfit. and also proceed and register your school as an employer with the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. And now, SNIT is not the only manager of pensions for workers. There is the Tier 2 bit, which can be done with any of the licensed pension fund administration companies. These are licensed by National Pensions Regulatory Authority. The National Pensions Act requires directors, i.e. proprietors and proprietors of schools, to ensure their schools are registered as SNIT contributors. So you have to go into the nearest SNIT office and fill out the paperwork and ensure that at the end of every month, before you pay out salaries, you have to deduct the necessary SNIT, contributions and remit to the SNIT office. Failure to do this also comes with interest charges, and SNIT is quite strong with prosecutions. So we are even looking at legal prosecutions for defaulters.
Prof, private schools need to operate as businesses, we accept. If you are not doing that, we are going to do. But in what ways can we remain profitable and avoid year-on-year losses?
We need to watch our expenditure. If the management is not under any guidance, they can engage in frivolous expenditure. And that is what we should be aiming at to cut, so that we engage in productive expenditure within the management of the school. If that is done, then we may be able to start reporting positive results on our finances. So that is what I think we should be doing. And it should be clear to the business owner, the schools, the private schools, that the money that you are paying to GRA on account of income tax is actually not your money. So if the workers are aware that you will not pay, they would have collected that money and default themselves. So I think that is the basic. Cash management, expenditure management is key to ensure that we move from losses to profit.
What are some of the things that school proprietors should have in place or should consider before applying for loans?
First of all, remember when you are coming to the bank, we receive people's deposits, we work with people's money. And so whatever money we lend out should come back into the system. The whole idea is, I need to survive, I need to be able to scale up, I need to be able to repay. And records is fundamental, records. Because it's not about what you tell me. You can tell me so much, but is it showing? Sometimes you don't even have to talk so much because I can see from your records. So record keeping is very important. And we ask all these questions simply because of some of the things I've said. And it's all in your interest to make sure that whatever we give you is going to impact positively and you're able to pay. And then you grow and you scale up. Because as a business, I believe you want to scale up.
How can school leaders communicate and support their staff during this change process?
Thanks. I think it doesn't take a lot of time. If you have the strategy, you don't need a lot of time. And one of the key things that we can use is your value system, the values you have as an organization. Sometimes, some schools you go, they don't even have values at all. Number two, some have values, it's on the wall, it's not in the hearts of the people. Now, the values we are talking, when we say values, we are talking about what is important to the organization. Now, remember, any staff you employ did not come in primarily to come and help build the organization. They came because of their own aspirations and dreams, which they have built from childhood. It is the responsibility, therefore, of the leaders to make sure that, look, this is the values of the organization. I am employing you. Come and help me build the school based on these value system. And in doing that, I will take care of your personal values. It's a negotiation and an agreement. If we are not able to do that, then what is going to happen is that these people will come in there, you are running your own values and they are misaligned. So in terms of your orientation, Don't just let them come in because they are experts in their field, they are expert English teachers or whatever, and that is okay. No, you need to orient them based on the values. Make your values become what we call code of honor. Something that people can hold on to, live for, and die for. Other than that, they'll just be there, and you'll just be there, and you have all these challenges, you have all these difficult moments, and the people are not aligned. You'll always be complaining that, oh, they are not supporting, they are not helping. Some of the values people also have is obsolete. The school is 30 years old, and you are still using those. You may have to review the values you set those time. Those time, maybe you didn't have any digital revolution. Now there's digital revolution, there's all these things going on. You may have to tweak your values again so that it will be able to, and then again, a little bit of compassion. And what they are talking about is the fact that let your heart lead. As leaders, when your heart is leading, you'll be able to, when we say your heart is leading, they are talking about the fact that you value people and you value their welfare. So apart from everything you are doing, making sure you are putting in the technology and everything, make one of your key values the happiness of your staff, and it's very important.
Good afternoon. It's a real pleasure to be here. A joy to see books that children have written at the back of the room. I can't wait to sink my eyeballs and my teeth and everything into those books. Do we have any of the children here? I only see two. Congratulations, well done. It's always very exciting to see children writing. I understand the topic of my address today is the importance of the Story Project. I am moving that a little bit. And for those young writers who have written beautiful books out there, the number one thing I want to tell you is that you are going to have competing interests along the way. Now you are young. Now you don't have too many things to distract you, but life will happen. And if you really want to write, you will have the dream in here, but there'll be so many things that are going to compete for that same dream. And those things are going to be good. Those things are going to be your loving husband, your beautiful child, your work that is profitable and enjoyable, your church obligation. They're all good things, but you're going to have to decide, how badly do I want to write? Number one, there will always be competing interests. Invest in your craft. After I wrote the first book, I thought to myself, I feel there's so much that I do not know. There's so much I need to learn, and you must learn. There are writers out there who have got MFAs, they've got masters in writing. And I finished Form 5 with literature, and that was it. That was the extent of any instruction I had in writing. So I had to teach myself. But if you teach yourself, you will learn that being a writer starts with being a reader. So even when the writing starts, never forget the reading. That is where we came from. Thank you.
Wow. On the Apenti 1001 Story Project, we'd like to hear a little bit about what this project means, or what is it?
Thank God that we have another opportunity this time to focus our attention on the children or the students. The Apenti 1000 Stories Project is to help children develop creative skills as well as empathy towards others and learn about the realities of the global community whilst improving their reading and writing skills. With 1001 Stories, young students publish experiential stories of people who may be in need, pain, or whose rights may be violated. The program helps young students to spread stories of hope or be the voice for the voiceless. We hope to expand the project and achieve publishing all 1001 stories to reach hundreds of millions of children all over the world. And I'm privileged it is named after me, and I look forward to always be a part of it till we reach our 1001 goal together with all partners. I want to thank all of you participants who have come, and thank you, Godwin, for making this occasion a very wonderful one. The ingenuity and your great leadership skills that has brought us thus far. We are proud of you, and we are proud of Edify Ghana. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much, Uncle Ken.
I'm not going back. I'm moving ahead. I'm here.
Edify is giving its utmost to promote Christ-centered education in our schools, and I think they have provided the resources and the trainings that we need. So it lies on us, the school leaders, to take this project up seriously, so that our learners can benefit from this great faith that Edify is putting up.
There's so many children you saw there from outside Ghana and all of that. So for him to get what he had, he's done awesomely well.
True, he's done awesomely well, like you said. But to us, what we will be doing if the first position is there? It's always good for the taking. Because when you take the first position, then you look down and say, wow, I started from there, over 1,001, and now I'm the first. And it feels good. So I'm very proud of my boy. And there is more, so wait for us.
All right, we here. Thank you very much.
The Edify Story Writing Project, in fact, when it came, he was very eager, willing to write, and every now and then he will come telling us, asking us when are we starting, how far. And so when eventually they opened, he submitted his stories, and then thank God we have witnessed what God has done for him this day. We give glory to God.
I mean, we are so excited, and it's very good for the school. I mean, this is an advertisement by itself to the whole world, because I know Edify will put it on their website. It goes out to the whole world, and it's also an encouragement to other students to read and to write, to explore, and I'm sure it's going to lift up their spirits. And Inshra has today made us very proud. It's good for the school. We are so excited.
What can you say to Edify?
God bless Edify.
God bless Edify. Thank you very much.